What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to do something a little different here as I wanted to discuss basically going over how to, I don't know, kind of get rid of some stuff at home and do maybe do some eBay, maybe try it for the first time. There's a really good channel that I enjoy watching, and I've been watching since it started from Chris with Daily Refinement, and then there's this guy Tech and Sports. So if you've ever thought of selling stuff on eBay, whether that's, to first start and go about it yourself by just getting rid of some of the extra things you have lying around your house, whatever your situation is, you might be single, you might be a family guy, family gal, just getting rid of the extra stuff you have around your house is a great way to at least start the eBay process, meaning you don't really have anything to lose at all. You have everything to gain. And you can start with just simple items around the house, things like extra clothes. Many of us Americans have, believe it or not, clothes in our closet that still have price tags on them, and for whatever rhyme or reason, you never wore them. I've personally been known to do that. And found these things in my closet, listed them, and they still had the tags on them, Under Armour clothes that I was gonna wear playing sports or whatever, and then I never got around to it. Or even like older clothes that you no longer wear anymore. Again, there's nothing wrong with donating it to, your local Salvation Army or Goodwill, I guess, wherever you want to donate stuff just to make some room. But what I found is that a lot of times when people do that, they kind of just go out there and look at purchase more stuff, or some people just get in a bad habit of buying things over and over again, and you might even have these items already sitting in somewhere in your house. I mean, it's bad. So, but anyways, this is a great channel. It's Tech and Sports. The guy is the number one seller, or was the number one seller of men's clothing, mainly sports clothing and hats, in all of eBay. And dude made well over $1 million just being the number one seller of men's clothing on eBay, period. And he more or less concentrated on, and still does, on hats, sportwear, like team jerseys and vintage, single stitch clothing, things like that. But all these, there's a lot of bogus channels out there which kind of just romanticize the finding the item at the flea market. Your classic, I'm going to find some Nike Air Force Ones for $5 or $10, clean them up and sell them for $50. Like, that's great. I mean, if that's your goal in life, is to just go find a bunch of old gym shoes and clean them up and think you'll become a millionaire from doing that, good luck, because there's a lot of other people doing that. But this video is more for just if you were interested in exploring the idea, to at least give it a try. Again, there's nothing really to lose. It's pretty straightforward and easy to set up something, set up an eBay account. You can try a basic store subscription. It's like $22 a month if you want to get serious and start listing, well over 1,000 items. But you can take it day by day. So once you get started, it's pretty easy to get in a habit of listing at least 10 items a day to keep your store fresh. And like I said, you could at least try on a weekend or during your spare time. Just grab 10 random items around the house that you no longer use, list them on eBay, and give it a shot. Learn how to list things properly, get a scale. Obviously have a printer at home so you can print the labels. Don't take the stuff straight to the post office and depend on their packaging and them printing labels. eBay gives you a discount if you use their label printing service directly through it. And they also manage all the money. So a lot of people are like, well, how do I get paid? How does this work? Well, eBay is in control of the funds. So whatever you sell, less the fees, less the cost of shipping, less your store subscription if you pay for one. Basically, the remaining funds just sit in your account. You can link your bank account information so you can get directly paid every single day. Or you can even link a debit card, and if you want to pay a small fee, you can get instantly paid. So for example, if you sold something around your house that's worth $100, eBay takes, their 10% minus shipping or whatever, and you end up getting like $80 in your account. Well, that's $80 you didn't have yesterday, you didn't have this morning, but because you listed that $100 item that you no longer use, and you successfully processed it, sent it out right away, provided good customer service, it's a real easy way to at least get a store or get an account started. And again, you've already paid for this stuff whenever you bought it, and it's a really good way of doing it. But anyways, I like to watch tech. I like to watch this guy. He's very straightforward. Yes, he does, do flea market videos and things like that, which is interesting, although I probably will never have the expertise he does. But if you watch him enough, or let's say you just listen to him while you're listing your items and doing research, it's a good way to at least get some money, extra money coming in. So I strongly believe it's a nice inflation fighter, because obviously we all know everything costs more. But a lot of you guys and gals, you got stuff just sitting around that you no longer use. It's amazing how much stuff that we collect. No matter what our path in life is, no matter what we do for a living, everyone's got extra stuff. So, if you own a car, you ever bought a car part, but you never ended up using it, you could easily sell that. If you have clothing, whether it's, older vintage clothing, old concert t-shirts, well, it's great. You went to go see, Def Leppard, whatever, and 10 years ago, and you got a concert t-shirt and you no longer wear that t-shirt. Guess what? Someone on eBay will probably pay you $20, $25, maybe $30, maybe more if it's a rare one, just for that shirt. And it's really not doing anything for you while it's sitting in the closet, but $30 could help you at least put a quarter tank of gas in your car nowadays. So just things like that. But I found this channel excellent. He doesn't have a ton of followers, but he does have like a professional group. If you really want to get serious, guys, he has 2,400 real life, everyday eBay resellers in his group. They all pay $30 a month. I mean, that's $862,000 a year that this guy is making. And I don't think that 2,400 people would be wasting $30 a month unless there was some sort of value. But you can watch his channel for free. You can obviously watch my channel for free. I don't really go through much of the stuff that I resell, that I look around my house, because I'm no expert by any means, nor am I interested in producing a video like that. But just having the extra funds from selling stuff around the house, and also like cleaning out the closet, donating the items that are not really worth reselling to help out others. It's just a good vibe altogether. So it's awesome to be able to sell stuff for less on eBay to maybe help folks out that don't necessarily have a Goodwill or flea market or something nearby. So helping those folks get something affordable that I no longer use makes me happy. And yeah, I get a little compensation for it. That's great. Or it's, just donating the items to a local charity or donation center. Yeah, you get a write-off, but it also helps you clear through the clutter, things like that. But there are a lot of channels you can watch, folks that go to garage sales, flea markets, and they are somewhat entertaining. It's interesting to see things. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of scumbaggy if you're like, there's, say you go to Goodwill and you're a grown man and you get upset because you wanted to buy some dolls that you wanted to resell, and you're like fighting with the store saying, hey, you're putting all these, I only want one of the dolls in these bags that you've created, and now you're making a big deal about it, when truly those dolls sitting in the bag are probably for a family that has daughters that, can't afford to go to a Walmart or Target and pay full retail for brand new dolls. So, quit your bitching, dude. That kind of stuff. So there is a kind of a dark side to things, and there are some negativities, you know, where it's like, hey, someone wants to go to garage sale to get something to, you know, provide for their family. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just you in general. You know, what do you have laying around? What can you turn that stuff that you no longer use into real life money? And, you know, if you want to then take that money, real life money, and, you know, again, my channel is mainly about coins and silver and things like that. I think it's kind of cool. Like, seriously, if you get into a habit of just listing 10 items around your house until you have no more items that you no longer use, and then just see what happens. Like at the end of the month, look what's in your account, look what you've achieved, and now think about your next plan. Like, okay, should I now take this extra money I made? Yeah, you could live off some of it. You can use it to supplement the higher price of everything. But anything you have left over, you can now try it out. You can reinvest. Or if you're really just, you know, like, hey man, I love silver, I love coins, but I can't afford it right now. You really can. You have stuff laying around your house that you can turn into real life money. So that being said, I wanted to just show my store briefly. If you're still watching, I want to just give you guys an idea of the stuff that I sell and what my screens look like on my actual eBay store. I've kind of been more concentrating on just getting rid of stuff around the house. I found that when I would go to the coin shop every week or every 2 weeks and buy a bunch of stuff, I would then, you know, park a lot of money there and then have to wait for the stuff to sell, which was fun. But I was like, man, while I'm doing this is so ridiculous, all the stuff that I have. So here's currently my store. In the last 90 days, I've sold $15,473 worth of actual items. They're not all coins. I have 1372 of active items. As of recently, in my home office, I have a ton of CDs and their original jewel cases, and I kind of stopped buying those early 2000s, but I was really big into it as a teenager. So a lot of this stuff was worthless, but now some of these items, especially some of like these older alternative or rock CDs, even hip hop rap CDs that they no longer make, or some people just want the original one from like 94, 98. You can get somewhat of a premium for it. I was about to donate these or bring them over to Craigslist Hunter, the ones that I feel are not worth me listing on eBay, and he might give me $1 per CD, which is great because I probably have like 400 that, seriously, I don't have a CD player except in my car, and when we're in our car, we listen to satellite radio. And then I notice when my kids are in their cars, they don't listen to the radio. They don't even know what the FM AM channels are. Like, I don't even know how radio still exists. They seriously just hook up their iPhone and listen to music through their iPhone. So, but there are still people that love CDs. So here's some of the CDs I have listed. I also found that I have some old, like, cool stuff from when I used to sell electronics. So I have, like, you know, demonstration discs or salesman samples that nobody has. But here's some of the items that I've listed. And then let's go through some of the recent sales just to show you kind of the variety of the weirdness I've been selling. So this is something odd. So I like smoking cigars, and there's a Binny's by me that, you know, they sell a lot of alcohol, but they have a really nice walk-in humidor if you want a nice cigar to celebrate whatever or just relax. And every now and then they'll actually have stuff like this sitting in the front of the store right when you check out, and it's free. So they just literally have old cigar boxes after they've like cleared out inventory, and instead of throwing them away, they just offer it to their customers. Now, I don't go to any other Binny's except the one near me, so maybe other Binny's just toss this and throw it in the garbage, but anytime they have humidor boxes sitting out there when I'm going in there, and guys, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't go there every week to buy beer or anything like that. I literally just go there to get cigars or cigar supplies because it's convenient by my house. I'll grab whatever if they have stuff like this sitting out there. So if you can see right here, I got this item for free. I sold it for $10. Yeah, I got to box it. It's kind of a pain, but maybe I spent $10 on a cigar, but now I was able to walk out with a $10 item to basically negate my spending on a cigar. Yeah, I know $10 for one cigar is kind of expensive, but if you can get it for free, that's a creative way of getting it for free. But you have to do work. You have to basically take photos of the cigar box, measure it, and have good customer service, and someone will buy it from you. So someone like this brand, they paid $15.52 with shipping plus tax. I'm going to ship it out today, and I got the item for free. Other stuff that's on here, things like this. This is really silly. So I had a party at my house probably like 6 years ago, and we had, for whatever reason, a really rainy season. I'm here in Illinois, and I had to buy one of these insect foggers just to like kill off the mosquitoes and be able to actually enjoy having a barbecue with some friends over. So I bought this insect fogger. I don't know what I paid. It was probably pretty expensive. Bought the propane tank, bought the mosquito repellent stuff, put a big mask on and goggles and sprayed my yard. And I did it once, but then like, seriously guys, the item sat in my garage, never used again. Well, I just sold this item for, $50 plus shipping. Yes, I had to find a box for it. Yes, I have to find bubble wrap, but it's a lot of the stuff that I have is just from stuff I've bought in the past. So it's not like I was out there buying boxes. I wasn't out there buying packing material. A lot of crap I just have sitting in a garage, not in the garage or in my basement for packing supplies. So only thing this costed me to earn $50 minus fees was just to list the item, do the research, get it boxed up and ship it out. And actually ended up shipping this out UPS, because I think it was like $10 or whatever. But someone who wanted to buy this item, instead of them paying $80 to $100 retail at Home Depot or Lowe's, they're able to get a nice used unit and use it for themselves. So it's a win-win. I got rid of something that I was now no longer using. The buyer gets something of value at about half the price. And they're also buying from, myself, who has a good store and good reputation. But again, if I just threw this in the garbage or, I don't even know if you can donate stuff like this, it would have done nothing. But in the meantime, after fees and everything, I probably made like $40. That was $40 I didn't have this morning. And I listed this item maybe like a week or two ago. So again, this is not to tell you guys like this is what you should do. This is just like what I've done. So here's that demonstration disc. This is really odd. I was the only one on eBay that had this listed for sale. And it's an old salesman demonstration disc from Pioneer. It was given to us as salespeople in 1998. Guys, I was like 19 years old back then. And I'm like, well, maybe someone wants to buy this. And sure enough, someone bought it. And they paid for international shipping. So this didn't even sell to someone that lives here in the U.S. This person lives, wherever. I never get to know where these people internationally are buying from because it ships to a main facility here, and then eBay takes care of the international shipping. So yes, guys, if you have something that the world wants, someone in the world of eBay, not necessarily the United States, can make the purchase from you. So, and it's not a big deal. You just list it. You pay the fee yourself as a seller. The buyer pays, for you the shipping. They pay way more, but you get compensated for the item. You get compensated for shipping the item to the main facility, and eBay takes care of the rest. So don't be afraid to list stuff and sell internationally. There's no reason to not do that. Here's some Under Armour athletic shorts that I purchased brand new. I never ended up using them. I actually had two of these. I probably got these for like $8 when Under Armour or one of those secondary resellers was having a sale. And again, sitting in my closet for probably over 8 years, doing nothing, $11.05. So again, this video is just to kind of show you guys some of the things I've sold. Here's another example. Like I was about to, my kids had old trampolines, and I noticed the trampoline, the main, the big parts of the trampoline, you recycle those or whatever. But I was like, man, there's all these springs. I bet you someone has a trampoline and probably could use these springs for whatever, to replace worn ones or broken ones on there. So I've had good success just selling stuff that I would have thrown in the garbage. So these springs, and then I put them all in a small priority flat rate box. And again, it's not getting rich off of it, but $6.50. Maybe I see $5 once it's all said and done, but I was able to make like 10 listings of these because I had a lot of them. So I made $50 again on something I probably would have just thrown in the garbage, or I should say recycle. Like I wouldn't throw this in the regular garbage can, or give it to like the local metal dude. Like there's always these dudes that roll through our neighborhoods and just grab any metal that's out there, which they then take to the recycling center and they make a buck on it. So again, you can go on and on and on about stuff. Like this one's a classic. Like I don't ever remember owning this. So this must have been one of my daughter's friends. One of the boys probably brought over like this kicking stick. So all this is one of those items that you use to hold a football and practice kicking, field goals, or on kickoffs. Again, I found it in my garage. I don't ever remember buying this, and if I did, I maybe used it once, and it was probably for something stupid like to play flag football with my friends when we used to get together when I was younger and more athletic than I am today. I'm 48 now, but I was really into sports. So again, this item was just sitting there. It's all metal. It was a big pain in the butt to make a box for it, but I was like, you know what? Instead of someone paying $40, $50 for this brand new, why wouldn't someone pay $13 plus shipping for it? So it helps out that person. Maybe this will help the next Robbie Gould develop into a professional football player, or help some family, some kid learn how to kick a football. I think it's awesome. And yeah, I could have donated to Goodwill, but then I like to actually be the person that is providing the item and providing the service. So again, turn this item, which literally would probably throw away, or most families would throw away, into $10. $10, what does that buy you? A gallon of milk and a case of eggs, dozen nice eggs, the pasture raised one. Here's some older CDs. So yeah, I listen to rap and stuff. I'm 48. So, the early 90s, late 90s, hip hop was a big thing. And someone decided to buy this CD from me. International buyer, by the way. So I sold it for $7. And again, I turned this CD, which I probably would have done nothing with. It's been sitting seriously, doing nothing. I don't listen to it anymore. And I turned that into $5. So there's a lot of different examples. But if you guys don't think you have anything, open your eyes and take a look around. And yes, I sell coins. There's Morgan silver dollars that I really, really enjoy. But yeah, here's an old bike seat. Again, this is probably like a $40 bike seat, brand new. But maybe someone had one like this that worn down, someone that bikes all the time. And I was like, well, here's a cool item. It's big. I was probably going to toss it in the garbage, but why end up in a landfill when I can sell it for $9.75? Yeah, I probably made $8 by the time it was shipped out, but that's $8 I didn't have until I sold it. So it goes on and on and on. So if you want to start with something simple, if you guys have old CDs, it's really super easy to list them. So here's another one. I think another international buyer, or maybe someone in Illinois, bought this from me. But this particular CD, I maybe listened to it a few times. A lot of these I have my name written on them. There it is. So that's mine. And that's what you got to do, is take nice photos of the front, the back, with the case open, the CD itself. And I turn around, put it on my finger, take a picture of the back, and then I do a brief description. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos. That takes all of like 15 seconds. So to make this listing, even if you're inexperienced, so I can get a CD listing out in about 2 minutes if I'm concentrating on it, maybe less. But if you're a little slower, maybe it takes you 5 minutes. Okay, so if you have an hour of time, so 5 minutes divided by 60 is what, well, whatever. If you, let's say you wanted to list just 10 of these, and it takes you about an hour to list 10 CDs, and you can turn those 10 CDs into, at least, $30, $40, $50 of pure profit. And again, these are CDs you no longer use. Well, now you're making $40, $50 an hour of your time, and they will sell. You just got to price things right. You have to provide a good deal. Obviously, look at the CD, make sure it's even worth listing. You don't want to compete with these big giant warehouses that have like 1,000 copies that they're selling at like $6 with free shipping. If that's the type of CD you have, don't list it. That's the one that you would bring into a place and sell for $1 or donate, but stuff like this that the big resellers don't have access to because it's an original from the late 90s. is something that someone that collects music and listens to music actually wants, because maybe someone back in the day had this CD, or they really like this group and they think it's cool again, which is great. You know, again, what was it doing for me? Nothing. It was just sitting in a case collecting dust. And then I have you guys that really follow my channel, at which I really appreciate. This one guy, Vince here, buys a lot of the coins that I list. And he just likes the fact that I go and find some stunning coins that are like in perfect shape and sell them. So that one sold for $85. Here's some pants. Here's an old like Mickey Mouse LP. This is something I never bought, but maybe my parents bought it, or it was like their original when they came here as kids, you know, as immigrants. My mom's from Germany. My dad was from Thailand, so this is probably like one of my mom's original Walt Disney things, which is great. Is it worth anything? No. It's, you know, I sold it for what, $3. I didn't really make anything on it, but I use this as a learning experience. Like, okay, if I ever run across some LPs or albums or a collection, maybe I might buy one and sell them. But they are a pain in the butt. They are very much a pain to resell. Like, you have to buy special boxes, special stuff to list that stuff. And then like stuff like this, like, okay, what is this? This is a little koi fish, and it's made out of some sort of wood, handmade in Japan, and it's cool. So if you see stuff like this, like someone decided to pay me, you know, I had a sale at the time, so someone decided to pay me $12 for it. Again, I didn't buy this. It's something from my mom's little collection. So, and then I had like stuff like this, like stuff that I actually bought. I bought this to basically fix a screen on a patio for my grandma at the time, and I never ended up using this tool, and I forgot to bring it back to Home Depot. Well, I sold it for $2. Well, okay, big deal. Like, dude, you really gonna list stuff for $2? Yeah, because I only had to take 2 photos, and the person that's buying this probably didn't want to pay $10 at the store, so they're like, I'll just buy a brand new one from this guy on eBay. So again, guys, I know it's kind of repetitive, but I just wanted you to be aware of stuff that's out there. I mean, even baby clothes. So this Carhartt baby item, 3 months. This was not my kids. I have 3 daughters. I don't know where this came from. Maybe it's from my grandson, from the family that gave, or his like great aunt that gave a bunch of clothes from like her kids, or, you know, bunch of kids. But I was like, man, these are cool. And I looked them up too. Like, some people are selling these for like $40 brand new. Again, Carhartt overalls for your 3-month-old. Pretty cool. Well, someone paid me $8 for it. Again, I just figured that's a good brand, and I did some research and looked it up. So, but again, there's endless stuff that you can sell on eBay. Weird stuff too, like this. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to list this right before Easter. Someone's going to buy it. Well, someone really liked it. They left me positive feedback, and this sold way after Easter. And, you know, some lady wanted this to be added to her collection. Again, it's anything that's like cute. Usually the ladies really like that kind of stuff. So, but anyways, guys, as always, I appreciate you guys watching my channel. Again, there's stuff around your house that you can sell right now. It won't hurt you because you've already put the money into it. You guys all know you have this stuff lying around. Like, here is brand new Works saw. I bought this from eBay when Works was having a sale, because I'm like, I'm going to use this to help remodel one of my bathrooms. Dude, I never ended up even opening this thing. Like, this thing's still sealed. And I found it in my garage. I'm like, what is this doing here? Like, why haven't I sold this? It's been sitting in my garage for like 4 years doing nothing, and it's brand new. Like, I was about to bring this to Craigslist Hunter, because he's about an hour from my house. He probably would have gave me like $15 for it, which would have been fine. But I'm like, let me list it first. Let me see if I can sell it myself, which I did. So I sold it for $37. So I made $35 on it. What did I spend on it originally? I don't know, maybe $40, maybe 25. I don't remember. But again, what did it take me? Nothing. I just had to take some photos of it. It's already an item that exists on eBay, so it's easy to copy a listing. Super, super easy to do it. So, and then there's like even like old books. Like, you would never think, like, who wants this old book? Well, I had this old book laying around. My grandson's not into it, and I guess it's an original from 1964, and someone paid me $6.50 for it. Again, for a book. I would never ever think of selling books. Like, here's an old Rambo book. Like, seriously? This thing's like a paperback. It's like garbage. It's in garbage condition. But that is a iconic 80s photo of Sylvester Stallone. And everybody knows Rambo, right? The condition of the book's pretty bad. Someone put a sticker in there. Is probably my grandson's grandfather's book, because he's a little bit older than me, so it's probably a book that he read as a teenager. I don't know, for some reason it ended up in my garage because I've helped my daughter and her boyfriend move a few times. But this book was just sitting doing nothing, and no one's ever going to read this again. So I thought it was cool to share it with someone else. So again, guys, it is endless. Even like older DVDs that are not Blu-ray. Look, I had a brand new CD here that I sold for $8.50. Korn. I don't know why I bought it. It's a little cracked, but it's brand new. Like, I never even opened this as a teenager. This thing is sealed. So, like I said, guys, if you have this kind of stuff laying around your house, turn it into real life money. Watch people to give you some ideas, but stay away from the fake channels that kind of glorify the hunt for stuff. Although that is entertaining. Like, I do like watching that as well, but it's to think in real life, like, oh dude, I'm just going to go buy a bunch of used crap and then sell it and become a millionaire. Like, that's not reality. I'm more realistic. Like, if you all have stuff lying around your place, sell it, make some money on it, turn that money into a silver medal, so you don't spend it on more stupid crap that you don't end up using. If you turn it into silver, you're going to think twice before you sell it, right? Or turn it into a nice collectible coin. Like, reward yourself for the extra time and work that you put into it. So as always, guys, I always appreciate you guys watching my channel. I really enjoy sharing coins and these ideas with others. And just try it. Give it a shot. You won't lose anything. It'll teach you to become a better, have a better eye for stuff that's out there. If you do enjoy, reselling stuff, or you do enjoy just finding collectible stuff, it just kind of keeps you involved, especially with coins too. Like, if you just specialize in a certain type of coin, it's really fun to collect that stuff. And then, you could flip that yourself. Or, and if you want like a Carson City Morgan silver dollar MS63, and you're like, man, those are like $350 or $300 right now, but you don't have the money for it. Well, maybe you have 10 crappy Morgan silver dollars that are not in the greatest of condition, that you could care less about, and you can turn that into something nice and collectible. And if it's not doing anything for you and you want to, more specialize in something nicer, you can simply do that. I'm sure you could resell your Morgan silver dollars. Again, I have a completely separate video on how to sell coins properly, how to take pictures, how to prove they're authentic, things of that nature. So again, guys, I appreciate you guys watching my video, and I will always catch you on the next one.